Hey guys, Stormy here. So recently I've seen some discussion in the Hot Cross Buns speedrun community as to why we play on the black keys. That is a question that I find commonly asked on almost every thread I've encountered, on all the discussion boards, whatever. And it seems as though this is a direct result of the influx of new Hot Cross Buns speedrunners and the increase of the community. However, this question is almost critical for introduction into Hot Cross Buns speedrunning. So the reason we play on the black keys up here as opposed to these smaller keys, the question that people keep asking is, why do you use these keys if they're smaller? These keys offer more surface area, allowing you more margin of error when hitting the notes, especially on the sections where you're repeating the same note. A lot of people have brought up that the current world record strategy involves staggering your fingers along the black notes, but they note that given the greater surface area of these white notes, it would actually be far easier to implement that strategy there. Now, the reason we don't do that, there's actually two reasons that we do not do that and instead use the black keys. And the first is for location. Well, I'm not sure how to phrase this, but basically, when we're transitioning between the notes, we want to be certain that we're on the correct note. We want to be able to feel it without having to look for it and to react to visual confirmation. The gap between these notes allows us to brush our fingers over them to know how far we've traveled. For example, when the middle finger travels over to here and bumps the next note, we know we're on that note. We don't have to sort of guess or look down to see if we're over the note. Now, on emulator, it is easier to slide over these nubs because it's easier to push these buttons down, but it's a lot easier to overshoot because the initial transition is very hard to feel, whereas here, your finger, even if you try to keep moving it, so long as you don't use too much force, your finger will actually stop on the corner. So that's currently the optimal strategy for transitioning between parts of the speedrun. And another reason we do this is actually due to mass. And some may argue that this is a relic of the older speedruns. However, it does have some utility in newer speedruns. Because of the lower surface area and volume of these keys, they are actually lighter than these counterparts. The black keys are lighter than the white keys. And so the spring actually pushes them back up into their resting position faster. This allows us to hit them. This allows us to deliver inputs to the emulator faster and with greater reliability, allowing us to shave a few milliseconds off of the current world record time. Now, this is less important. If you are more comfortable playing on these keys and you don't have a problem with positioning and transitioning, then you should play on these keys. There's no restrictions saying that you can't. However, I just wanted to make everybody aware that there is a definite reason that most high-level runners in this category choose to use the black keys over the white keys. So thank you for watching.